Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we are going to be changing locations today, but before we do, we have a few things to do. So, first things first, we're going to go ahead and visit the store. We've built up a decent amount of funding at the moment, so we're going to make the most of the funds available. We're going to go ahead and pick up this LRM-15. I think that would be rather nice. Some extra stability damage and critical is not a bad plan, so we're going to go ahead and purchase one of those.
New weapon systems available.
And was there anything else from here? You know what, the small laser with extra damage, you know what, I'm actually a fan of that. We'll go ahead and purchase that one too. Assuming I click the button. And then I think we'll also go ahead and purchase the SRM-6 with some extra damage and stability. Not sure what we're going to use that for, but I like the look of it. Alright, as for the black market, we still have a very solid 9.5 million C-bills. Now, the best thing is we don't even need to purchase the Annihilator that I was very tempted for, as we now have one in our as salvage. So we've got that, which is rather nice. There's also a couple of versions of a Hatchet Man, which I could be tempted. I know that we've got the 3F in our mech bay, but at the same time too, I do like the look of the 3X here. It's got good SRMs, which is pretty solid. A lot of support weapons, 1, 2, 3, 4 machine guns. 2 tons of ammo might be a little bit of overkill, but maybe we could swap that for armor. I'm very tempted, but you know what? We're going to leave this for now. We might try and find another one later. We're not going to pick up any more mechs. I think we're doing okay as it stands. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave things as they are. But that said though, we are going to go ahead and pick up some other weapons. We have that LB2X with extra damage and critical. I think that will do splendidly on a mech.
New weapon systems available.
We'll pick up the pulse laser. More accuracy and less heat is a decent combination. More specifically, the lack of heat. We've got a UAC2 as well, minus some tonnage and bonus damage. That thing is going to hit very nicely. So what's that? 70 points of damage, bit of stability. Yeah, and quite light. So we'll go ahead and we'll purchase that as well. And then we're also going to go ahead and collect the exchanger. These things are hard to come by and they are very, very nice. And then I think we're also going to go ahead and collect... do we just go with the one rangefinder or do we go with both of them? An extra 120 meters of viewing distance is not a bad plan, especially for...
New equipment
for some scouting. Let's see, we've still got 6 million. You know what, we'll just buy the one. It should be okay. And, well, I'm sure it won't be the last one that we see, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, so while we work on that, we're going to go ahead and check in on our mech base. Oh, actually, yeah, our mech base should be where we go.
Hey, Commander. I'll be with you in a second.
So Yang is busy. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to repair our Zeus. Do we have any things that we want to upgrade with that LRM-15? Actually, let's just double check. Did we just buy one that we wanted to install? Let's see, bonus stability and critical. That could actually be an alright upgrade. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. So let's go ahead and refit this. We'll improve what we can, make sure that we've got some pretty solid mechs. So we'll go ahead and repair, and then let's drop off the stability here. And we'll go for stability and critical. There we go. So that's an upgrade. LRM-10, we've got 2 stability damage here. Let's see. The only other version is slightly less stability damage, but more critical. I think we're going to try and keep this thing knocking things over. That will be fine. As for energy weapons, is there anything we want for the medium lasers? I suppose... maybe we go with the accuracy? I suppose that is a possibility. Either that or some extra damage. You know what, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Let's just leave it as is and not take up too much of our time refitting some of these mechs. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Let's go to the let's go to the Archer. We did drop off our Catapult C4, so we are going to want to take those old LRM-20s and boost up these for ones with a bit more damage. That will certainly help things. Let's see, some critical. No, that's all good. Lasers, not an issue for more days. Alright, and what does this take us to? We've got 12 days worth of work. I think we're going to be traveling for about 15 days, so yeah, we might want to start up on something else. And you know what? I'm tempted. Let's see, the Hatchet Man could be a little bit of fun. Could try... Oh, but that Annihilator, I wouldn't mind having another Assault Mech other than our Atlas. So you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll refit this. And, you know, I think I have a bit of a plan. So just bear with me for 1 second while I, yeah, tweak the loadout. Okay, so this is what we've got. This is our Annihilator. Gone for a very rough and tumble, knock them down sort of setup. So we've gone ahead and taken a whole bunch of AC-10s, which we do know and love the Annihilator for, except all of these have bonus stability damage, which is going to be ridiculous. Not to mention we have the BSC system for the ballistic siege compensators. That's right, we're going to be doing plus 20% ballistic damage as well as maximum stability for our mech. This thing is going to be very difficult to topple over. We've also gone ahead and thrown on that brand new exchanger onto this thing. Our heat efficiency is particularly good, only 8 heat with an Alpha Strike, and if we drop off one of these AC-10s, we are going to be cooling back off again. We've got 5 tons of ammunition because, well, we're firing a lot of shots and so we need a lot of ammo. But I think that should keep us in the fight for a bit. 7 days worth for less than 6,500 C-bills. I think that should be about enough to get us to where we want to go. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Alright, so, let's see. Do we really want the Annihilator sooner than later? I'm thinking that could be a lot of fun. I do like the Battlemaster, but I unfortunately think that that is probably the least important out of our entire lineup. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put that to the bottom of the list as we work on all of those other little retrofits. Oh, and I don't think we're going to keep all of our Marauders up and running either. I'm thinking what we're going to do is... do we want to drop off the one with the AC-10 or keep the ones with the UAC-5s? Let's see, what is the maximum range of these? 540 meters as opposed to 450. You know what, the range is not that amazing. But this does do more damage. You know what, I think we're going to drop off this one here. We're going to go ahead and put that into storage. Yeah, I think that is what we're going to do. Just save on a couple of our costs and we might find another mech to replace that sooner than later. Yeah. Also go ahead and I think it's probably wise for us to organize our mechs just that little bit. Let's see, let's put the Banshee there, the Cyclops down here, and then I guess the Zeus can head over there. Alright, that'll be good enough. I think that's more or less weight increasing. Yep, that's fine. Alright then, so let's go ahead and swing past navigation, and we are going to make a jump. I've been looking at where we want to go, which is this flashpoint for a prototype. There should be some good money and salvage on offer there. It's a couple of days away, but we have some work which we're going to be passing by anyway, so we might as well see what is available. It's a small price to pay, so let's go ahead and set course.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
And we'll see what we can find. Also, as Leviathan's might makes its way from one system, from one planet to another, we are still accepting MechWarrior submissions. If you have a MechWarrior that you would like to see join Leviathan's might, all that we need is a first and last name as well as a call sign, and we would love to see you join the crew. No promises can be made, of course, but yes, we would love to have you nonetheless, and especially if you could tell us some more about your MechWarrior. We'd love to know about, I don't know, maybe what kind of mech that they like to pilot, or something that they don't want to fight. Who knows? All of that, I guess, is up to you to let us know. Alright, so either way, let's see. That was a fairly uneventful journey, I say as we gain an event. Okay, well then. Restocking the kitchen. Darius meets you in the galley bearing some unfamiliar fruits and a number of spice packets. Cosmo returned from shore leave with gifts. A big bag of this produce, some spices and a bunch of meat from a hunting trip. I've got no idea what the animal is called, but the haunches are bigger than I am. He turns to one of the strange fruits in the light and its colour shifts from green to iridescent purple. How do you feel about adding this to our stocks? Could make for a nice change of pace. Alright, awesome. Well then, anticipate a delicious meal since Cosmo knows the area? Sure, why not? Let's, we'll take that. In the mess hall, Cosmo chides his fellow MechWarriors. Come on, back home we ate critters like this all the time. Well, not exactly like this. Our birds weren't furry and they only had 2 legs. Sumaya's nose wrinkles as she pokes at the meat with a fork. Technically, I think that'd make Cosmo's mystery animal a monotreme, like a platypus or an echidna. It does smell pretty good though. After some initial hesitation, the crew enthusiastically devours the evening's grand experiment and are soon toasting Cosmo for a job well done. Alright, morale has increased and he's in high spirits. Fantastic.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Alright, so since we've arrived, let's quickly visit the store. We do have money to burn, but again, if there's nothing good, we're not going to part with it. Let's see. Crabs, Commandos, Centurions, Hunchbacks, Thunderbolt. Okay, and some rather uninspiring stuff outside of this arm mod. I think I could maybe see about that. Yeah, we've also got minus 10% stability damage taken. That wouldn't have been bad, and I'm beginning to think we didn't pick up that other gyro earlier, did we? Oh, bother. Alright, well, you know what? For such a price point, we may as well go ahead and collect one. Yeah, we can throw this onto a mech or two.
Available.
We'll pick up some stability damage with the melee, since that is quite inconsequentially cheap. That'll make for a good upgrade somewhere. As for our MechWarriors, let's check in on them. We have almost everybody back short of Archangel. One more day in the medbay and he will be fine. Alright, so let us see what contracts are available on the planet. Alright, and of course, Comstar always takes a little bit to send us... Oh no, there we go. We have access. So, not much in the way of work. Alright, we need to improve our relationships with a few people if we're going to get some of these really tough missions, but we do have access to... What's this? So we've got the Free Worlds League, we've got a base capture, some good money there, and then there's also an ambush convoy. Some interesting choices. Alright, so... let's have a look at the capture base. I think that's normally not a bad kind of mission. So we've picked up a coded transmission from the surface of Alamogordo. Marek scouts report a previously unknown manufacturing plant has been activated by Capellan forces, and they're broadcasting what we believe might be pre-war blueprints to an unknown recipient somewhere in the system. We need you to move in and capture that facility, intact, and protect it while we mobilize a garrison. Alright, so embarrassing to have an enemy stealing data right out from under your nose. I'm guessing the Op4 won't have had time to get any of the facility defenses online. So at least there won't be turrets. He says this. He says this with the best of intentions, but I do doubt the fact whether there actually is a lack of turrets. Alright, but either way, there is some solid salvage available, so we're going to go ahead and maximize that. Let's see, so capture base, that should be fine. This will also improve our situation with the Free Worlds League. I think we'll bring... Do we maintain what we've been bringing along? That has been working out well for us. Although part of me also maybe says drop the archer and bring an annihilator. I would be keen to see that work. Oh, and I think we're going to. Okay. So let's shuffle most of our mechs down the line. We'll bring out our annihilator with those beautiful AC-10s. Yeah, alright, so we'll do that. Do we keep big man on that one there? I'm thinking we will. Yeah, we'll see what kind of stability we can, instability we can install in the other mechs. We'll bring Headhunter on his Marauder. Cheese Goblin, do we keep you or do we maybe go for the, Master Tactician? Let's see, we could technically get a bit of a... You know what? I think we should be fine with what we've got. Yeah, let's go ahead and deploy. We'll see how we go. We've got 3 at 2, 1 at 4. That should be fine. We've got a pretty heavy lands here, so we'll see if it works. Okay, so yeah, all the things I think we've already covered. This is a capture the BattleTech factory, and yeah, we've already read all the extra bits and pieces. So let's go ahead and jump on in and see what awaits. Alright, sure enough, Commander, there's a lot of comm chatter coming from that factory. Let's move up to a good observation point and recon the facility and its defenses. Once we know what we're up against, move in and take the factory. Commander, Oliveria out.
Here we go.
Alright, well, looks like we got a pretty good view, really. Alright, bit of a long place. They've got yeah, a spot for a leopard to land, or some other kind of dropship or something. Potential for turrets. I know he said that they shouldn't be online, but it doesn't mean that they're not. Let's bring... Actually, you know what? With water, we could stay very, very chill, but we're going to go ahead and move on up. I think we'll race the Annihilator into cover.
Got it.
Part of me was half expecting to have contact there. Let's bring the Cyclops across. The Zeus. I'm almost tempted to keep that in the water, but we're going to go ahead and we'll head up the hill. And our Marauder will, yeah, we'll move up here. Alright. No sign of anything just yet. Let's keep on marching forwards. And, you know what? I do not want that rough terrain. Let's maybe go... We're going to have to cut across it or go through the water. Let's move... Let's just move all the way down here.
Bandit.
Alright, for an abandoned base, it's awfully lively down there, Commander. We're getting a report that additional Capellan reinforcements have been spotted, so expect more contact. Okay?
The area isn't clear. Eliminate hostiles and secure it before proceeding to your next objective.
Okay, so 55-ton mech hanging out front. Our Cyclops can move forwards. You know what? We're going to go ahead and stay in the water. That would be perfect for us. So what are we dealing with? We've got a Griffin. Yeah, with a fair bit of damage reduction there. Okay, he's going to be fairly... yeah, additional 20%. He's entrenched. He's guarded. Yeah, this thing's going to be pretty hard to shoot at. Now, unfortunately for us, we do not get a round of firing. Let's move as far as we can down here. See if we can see anything else, and then... Oh, you know what? Yeah, cover. That will...
Confirm.
That'll be the way that we do this. Our lighter mechs with cover, our heavier mechs in good position to shoot. I think that's acceptable. Alright, and you know what? We're going to let that Griffin have a turn. If we can reduce some of its damage reduction, it's probably safer for us. Alright, now we saw that was a 65-ton mech, so that could be a catapult. I'm guessing maybe LRM-15s, if anything. Yeah, you know, let's continue to reserve. Alright, looks like the PPC missed, but that's a-okay. Let's see. Oh, and the Griffin moves up. Yep. Alright, well, we can handle all of this. I think we'll be fine. So, as we... No, there's a 65 over here, a 55 over here.
Orders?
Well, the Annihilator's got some good shots. Technically speaking, I'm sure we could shoot at that other mech down there, but I don't think we'll have the range. Oh, sorry, we won't have the vision unless... Yeah, here we go. We can bring the Cyclops all the way down. Everybody's within range. We still got that cooling and decent evasion. Yeah, actually, from none to 2, that's actually quite good. Alright, let's move up. What are we dealing with? Alright, so it was a catapult, and with LRM-20s, okay. I underestimated the amount they were firing. I guess with a bad solution, they thought it was best to only shoot one. We've got the Griffin over here, that's to be expected, and then another one over there. Alright, well then, let's go ahead and start splitting our fire. I think we'll go... what do we want? 70s and 80s, both over there. That's a 45. I guess we'll go A, B, and C. We'll send one laser over there just for good measure. We'll go ahead and we will send the lasers to the Griffin. And let's go with the LRMs to the catapult. I think that'll work out fine.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, this is mainly just to get a little bit of stability damage going, cut down some evasion, and set up a decent shot. Alright. Well, that went about as well as it was expected.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so the Annihilator, what do we do? 45% on the Griffin there is pretty shabby. Catapult's not as good. We could go for the Griffin. What do we do? You know what? We're here for stability damage. This thing's already got some occurring. Oops.
Commander?
Let's move up as far as possible. Maintain that coolant. And then, yeah, I think we go ahead... you know what? The odds are not as good. Alright, you know what? Never mind. We're going to go for the Griffin.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, as much as I'd love to take that shot there, the percentages are much lower. Yes, this guy's got damage reduction, but look at those odds. They are so much better. Alright, let's see what one salvo can do.
Confirmed.
Alright, well, that is incredibly unsteady. Wow. If only we had to send some LRMs over there. So the Griffin, let's see, the leg's okay. Center... Yeah, we did a decent job of shredding some, what do we call it? Stability. Let's move... Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll send an LRM-10 over here, and then the rest against the catapult, I think. Yeah. We'll pick up that good amount of evasion.
Yes, Commander.
We'll ignore that rough terrain. Oh no, that actually carries over into the next turn. Whoops, I did forget that, but that's okay. Let's go... yeah, we'll send those there, these here. I don't think we really need to focus that much damage on the Griffin. I would rather just stay... what do we call it? Knock that thing down. So that'll be fine with the LRM-10. The rest can go against the catapult.
Good to go.
Might actually get a precision shot on this first round for our Marauder. Alright, and there it is. Alright, so there's already an injury. That is fantastic news for us.
Yep.
Let's roll on forwards. We are slightly out of range of the catapult, but that's okay. We'll move... Let's see, which spot is easiest for us to get closer to the catapult on the next round? I'm thinking probably from here. So we'll go ahead and we'll move up. We'll take the shot at the downed Griffin.
Got it.
Ooh, and we see an 80-ton mech hanging back there. Okay. Well, let's get rid of one of his spotters then. Alright, well, we got the hit, just not quite the kill. Alright, let's see what that 80-ton mech is doing. Okay, so autocannon fire and LRMs. Okay.
Let's hit them hard.
Let's see what can do that. Alright, so let's see. How's this Griffin doing? Oh my goodness, 1 point of structure left. So close and yet so far. Alright, well,
Yes, Commander.
you know what? We've got to move forward and do something. So let's... I'm almost tempted to go for the Griffin, but part of me also says if we just swing over here, we might actually take a shot at the 80 tonner and save us a little bit of an issue before it begins. You know what? I'm not really too concerned. I think this is what we do. I'd rather go for the bigger enemy sooner. Obviously the Griffin would be good salvage, but at the same time, whatever's hanging on back here would be ideal. That's a Zeus. Huh. Okay, yeah, that is not quite... For some reason I had in my head that was a 75-ton mech, but yet I know that that is wrong. Alright, either way, let's go ahead and we'll see if we can eliminate this guy before he even really begins. That should work out rather nicely.
Roger.
Alright, and he continues to stand. Alright, but that's okay. We'll work on that on the next round. Cyclops taking a little bit of a beating, but that's expected.
Damage minimal.
We'll see how much stability that catapult has. But I'm thinking what we might do is try and knock that thing over again. That could be good. Yeah, look at that. That stability is pretty bad. It only needs one more bar. That thing's not going to get up for a bit. Actually, let's see. So for myself, if we stand still, we'll drop 2. Got breaching shot. We've got the damage reduction, but again, I don't know if it's a huge concern. You know what? Maybe what we do here is what we're going to do is we move up, we fire our medium lasers and see if we can clear out the Griffin. It's probably the way to do it. We could stand still. Actually, you know what? Those odds are not going to get much worse, but that would mean we lose all of our stability damage. We'll definitely lose our heat for this round. Yeah, let's drop off those LRMs. I don't think we really need those engaged right now. We are in water, so we're adding only just a small amount of heat instead. But again, all of that stability damage is dropped. We'll go for that 16%. All that we need is one of them to hit, and we'll get the kill. I think it's worth the. I think it's worth the shot.
Engaging target.
All right. Did that pan out? No, it did not. Okay. Well, you know what? It's not the be-all and end-all. Maybe we should have reserved instead and tried to do some more stability damage and knock that thing back down. But you know, it is what it is. Alright, very, well, actually, very bad shots there. In fact, I don't think we even took any damage.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see, what do we want? I guess we could try and destroy the Griffin and just fire at it with,
Standing
what do we
by.
call it? With the Annihilator. Could also go ahead and we could knock over the catapult. Griffin's not as good. We're not going to get shots at the Zeus. Maybe we do go ahead and we just take out the catapult. Yeah, let's see. Sentinel. Let's see. What is that? That is, let's see. Gladiator, and the other one is for the extra hit points. So he's not one of them. He might potentially have a bonus point, but I would doubt it. So I would be thinking, yeah, only one more injury is really needed. Either taking out that torso or the head. I think we leave that for our Zeus. Let's go ahead and see if we can knock over this catapult. I think that's...
On it.
Actually, maybe what we do here is... Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to split. We don't need that much stability damage here. We'll go ahead and we will see if about taking off that extra side torso of the Griffin, but we'll do that with the lowest percentage ones that would have gone to the catapult. So yeah, now we're up to 295s and 275s. That should be enough to knock that thing down and possibly knock him out as well.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Alright, so there's the knockdown as we desired. Not quite enough to take him out. Alright, I guess we missed the torso. We almost sweeped the leg.
You have orders?
Alright, well, let's move up. We'll take... what do we do here? You know, let's just shoot the Griffin. Let's take this guy out. We'll either... You know, there's a good chance we could get the kill here. Yeah, let's just fire.
Of course.
Alright, so there's an injury.
That hit something good.
There's the knockdown. Yeah. That's 4 injuries. He's still kicking. Okay, so I guess he's still alive. Here comes the Zeus. Damage reduction coming in nicely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe we...
Picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
What I'm thinking we do is maybe we go ahead and we put one of those gyros on our Marauder, because I'm not sure. Yeah, we've got the TTS, but I feel like a gyro to reduce some of the stability damage we take could be an ideal play here. Yeah, so let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got so many wonderful options to choose from. Let's move as far as we can, get that evasion. We'll go ahead and we'll clean up the Zeus if possible. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about that Griffin. That thing is very close to death. But we'll see what we can do here. Wait a second, is that? That's the Griffin, there we go. That's the Zeus. Let's go for that headshot again. We only need a small amount of damage here. Come on. Alright, excellent. There we go. That is going to go to the collection. Alright. Enemy turns. What have we got? Some swings at the Annihilator. That's A-okay. I'm just trying to think. What round are we on? We're on round 5.
Waiting for orders.
How much have we got here? We've got 32 ammo. We're firing 4 per turn. So that should mean we have... Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be, what? 6, 7, 8 rounds of firing left. Okay. No, we still have enough ammo for now.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, we've got the Cyclops and we've got the Zeus. I think we'll go...
Receiving you.
Let's bring the Cyclops over. We'll try and take a shot at the Griffin. We might move into cover just for safety's sake. Yeah. That'll be fun. Let's just see if we can clear the Griffin from the field. We'll go ahead and we'll take a little bit of extra heat, but again, let's see. If 3 of these hit the center torso, it's cooked. Yeah, we only need 1 of them to hit the head. Yeah, we'll just roll there and see how that plays out.
Engaging target.
Alright, and we got the lethal damage as well. Fantastic.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, the more salvage left, the better. So, here comes the catapult, standing back up again. Odds are particularly low that it's going to do much damage. Yeah, it was not prepared for that.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Alright, now let's bring...
What's up, boss?
Oh, what do we do? Could go ahead and try and knock over that Griffin. Could try to knock that thing back down again. That could be a bit of fun. Yeah, well, there's no other mechs within fighting range at the moment, so maybe we go for the catapult, and if we miss, we... Actually, you know what? Maybe we go for the Griffin so we can remove some of his, what do we call it? What do we call it? I can't think of the word. Damage reduction. Yeah. Just go ahead and we'll march on forwards. Let's see why our percentages are so low. So our weapon accuracy is -1. The target moved for 6 because of those 3 evasion pips. Target size +1 and enemy effect. I'm guessing that's from hitting us with... No, that wouldn't be senses impaired. Oh, that must be his piloting skill. That is the extra stuff there. Okay, so... yeah, a little annoying, but it is what it is. Other than that, we do have the catapult back there. Again, move and I think enemy effects again is the pilot skill. You know what? I don't really feel like wasting my ammunition, but I feel like knocking this over is probably going to be the best thing in the long run. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to take out the catapult. He's more likely to get a random headshot and cause us an injury. Let's just take him down.
Giving him everything I've got.
Alright, and we are so close to tipping that thing down, but no,
Awaiting orders.
not quite. Alright, let's swing around and give some extra support to our Marauder. Go ahead and, yeah, we'll send off the LRM-10 like we did previously, and the rest can go against the Griffin. Yeah, the rest can be against the Griffin, although I think we drop off those those medium lasers. They are not going to be very effective. Not at those low percentages. I'd rather just get the stability damage.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, so there's another knockdown. So that's a second injury. Alright, we might be able to use this to keep cool. What we'll do is we'll use our Marauder, take shots at the Griffin,
Hell yes.
and then if we're lucky, we might be able to cool off some of these other mechs and take out the pilot of the catapult. Yeah. So all that we would really need to do is either get a headshot or take off the side torsos, and we should be in a very solid position. So let's move up.
Moving out.
Let's see about that precision strike on that Griffin. If this, the AC-10 is a little bit of a problem. Alright, let's drop off the one medium laser. The rest we'll have to do. Let's see if we can get this.
I copy.
Two medium lasers did hit the cockpit, but unfortunately with all that damage reduction, he is going to be still kicking. That's annoying. And of course the catapult got up. Yep. Alright. Well, between minimum ranges and those standing up penalties, that catapult did no damage.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, what have we got? We've got 46 resolve. How's this guy going? He's almost... He's got good stability damage, but I reckon we go... Actually, have we got the Zeus? Yes, we do. We have the Zeus. Maybe, just maybe, 90%. We could get some pretty decent shots on him and possibly knock him over. Take out a leg, maybe? Yeah, I'm just trying to see how far back can we go. It's only going to be 90% no matter where we go. So I guess we'll just move on up. I think I'm willing to heat up a little bit. Actually, if we shoot from where we're at... Yeah, overheat is inevitable if we fire off everything. We'll turn... No, we'll turn off all of these. We'll just try and destabilize and we'll clean up on the next turn or something. Yeah, you know what? We're not even going to move. Let's just stand where we are. That'll be fine. No, sorry. No, we're not. We are going to move. Having a thought about it, that means we get some extra evasion. We can focus in on a single side.
Certainly.
Maximize the probability of taking out a leg if we don't knock it over. Alright, so unfortunately...
Solid connection on that one.
Unsteady it is, but upright it remains. Alright, well... Oh, what's the Griffin doing? Oh, moving very close. Okay.
Good to go.
You know what? I'm not really concerned about all of its extra damage reduction. I think... Let's see, that catapult, we might be able to take that out just with LRMs anyway. Let's go ahead and I guess technically we could melee, but I don't think we're going to go for that. Let's just stand here. We'll pick up the marsh bonuses. We're going to fire again and just knock that thing down. You know what? No. Let's go ahead and focus in on that catapult. We'll either get the kill this turn or we won't. Who knows? Maybe we'll even incapacitate this thing. We do a lot of damage, but I don't know if it's going to quite be enough to kill this mech with one salvo.
Now let's see how you handle this. Scored a critical hit.
Alright, still unsteady and still upright. Well, that's the last thing I wanted. Okay. I guess we just have to make do. Alright.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Yep. Alright, let's bring the Cyclops. Let's bring you over to the water because you're getting rather toasty. We're going to go ahead and I think we're going to split our LRMs. One of them for the catapult and the rest against the Griffin. I think that's how we play this. Yeah, so we'll go... oh, that's right. We want most of it against B, don't we? Yes, we do. Alright, that'll be fine. Let's see how this goes.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, there's the knockdown. That catapult's still conscious. Wait, is it conscious? Maybe not.
Damage minimal.
Well, they're getting some decent shots on us.
Light damage, Commander. Let's get this done.
Nothing too crazy, but again, it's the fact that we're still here is kind of a little bit nutty.
What do you need?
Alright, Ranek, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and we're going to get you to move for a second. We'll take the shot. We've got to drop off another medium laser, I'm fairly certain. Otherwise, we will not have the heat threshold. Yep, we'll go for that headshot once more.
Roger.
And he still continues to live.
Scored a critical hit.
Alright, but the knockdown, that could maybe be enough. Well, at least we're going to get a couple of precision shots against him. That catapult's going to do absolutely nothing. Where's it going? Yeah, it's not going to do too much, but that Griffin is not having
Barely
a turn.
hit, Commander.
We'll just be able to finish this thing
Ready
off.
for orders.
Let's go. You know what? Maybe we stand still. Yeah, I think we go for the Griffin headshot here. We've only got one point of structure. We'll possibly take out that right torso anyway. Yeah, we'll go ahead and let's just make sure we're maximizing our chances. Let's see if we can finish this thing once and for all.
All weapons committed.
MechWarriors, show them what you got.
Alright, so between the ammo explosion and the torso going up, that is the knockout, so that did work. And hopefully we can take out this scout of theirs so they can stop pummeling us with some LRMs unnecessarily. Now the good news is we have a ridiculous amount of armor, so I'm not really hurting.
Waiting for orders.
But it is still annoying, to
What's the
say the
plan?
least. Alright, let's bring the Zeus up. Let's head... Oh, actually, you know what? We should probably check out. What do we want? That right torso, that's got some ammo. We've got the leg down there as well.
What's up, boss?
Yeah, I think the Zeus is probably the call to make.
As you wish.
Let's see what we can do here. Minimize our damage, or do we just... I think we'll just stick with the LRMs. We're doing what? How many per round? We've got what? 30, 40, that's 5 rounds, 4 more after this. Is it worth firing all those missiles, or is it maybe worth firing off, say, what do we want? The medium lasers instead, and maybe trying to take out either the torso or the leg. Between the 3 of them, they should be fine. Could still even get the kill. You know, let's save our LRMs for the second. We'll go with the medium lasers. We'll give that a try. And, oh, you know what? Do we even go ahead and use some precision? You know what? I think we could take out the leg and that would sort things out. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to aim for the leg. 89% is quite solid.
Target acquired and locked in.
Alright, so that'll fall down. That's another injury. That gives us free precision shots for anybody else if he's still awake. But that is it. Okay, that thing is done. Alright. I think that was a fair use of things.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
Alright, sensor lock has occurred. Let's go ahead and bring...
Receiving you.
let's see. We need to get our friends moving. Let's get our Annihilator shuffling forwards. Heat is not much of an issue. Yeah, there we go. That's some solid evasion. We've got some cover. I think that fixes everything. Alright, so it looks like they did drop in some, that lance, probably by a leopard on that landing pad. Alright, so we have that quick draw there. Some stray damage to some building is not a concern.
Light damage. Holding. Oh, it's on now.
Alright, so we've got the quick draw, we've got the other 60-ton mech. Oh, okay. Is that it? I don't think that there's... No. Surely there's more. No LRMs.
Receiving you.
I really do not know what's going on. Okay, you know what? I think we reserve here. We're not going to be able to get Rannick into the field of play until they get closer. I'm willing to let them have a turn. Yep, and they do indeed have some extra friends. I'm going with a second catapult.
Orders?
Alright, so what have we got? We have options. A 60-ton mech here. Quick draw there. Now what, I'm kind of tempted to let the Annihilator have its
Commander?
turn for to rest for a second. Our Cyclops isn't really in danger. Yeah, you know what? We're actually going to go ahead and let them have another turn. We're in cover.
A delay sounds wise.
I don't think they're going to be able to do enough to make us drop. They might take out some of those obfuscations with those buildings, so that could be good. And what's the other one going to do? Yeah, some laser damage. Alright, well the Annihilator is finally getting a little bit more cooked, but at least we did have cover for that. So I'm not as upset as I could have been. Oh, and another 80-ton mech hanging on back there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and roll on up and start seeing what we can see. And I think that should be good. I'm pretty sure...
How might I help?
Yeah, no matter where we go, we're not going to catch up on this round. We'll see if we can take this spot, or maybe even just ahead of the Annihilator. I'm not sure if we'll have the movement, but we will...
What's the plan?
We'll get that mech out of the way first. So, let's roll... Let's roll up here and see what's in front. We have a dragon. Ah, yes, a dragon, a quick draw, another quick draw, and we're guessing catapult. Alright, so what do we want to take down? The 5A there's very much ready for brawling. This thing's not doing too bad. Oh, you know what? It's going on through rough terrain. We can absolutely knock that thing down. That sounds phenomenal. Let's go ahead and, yes, start tipping that thing over. 85s and 90s, I think that's good enough.
Roger.
Okay, you know what? Maybe we should have gone with a precision strike there. Maybe we should have aimed for a leg. We did almost rip off part of the torso, though, which does have the LRM ammo. Yeah, that... Oh, AC5 ammo on the other side. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's move the Cyclops over. We'll go ahead and we'll fire off those LRMs at the dragon. We'll stay nice and cool as best as we are able. There we go.
Engaging target.
And LRM explosion.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Ooh, okay. So he's still upright, but he has just taken two injuries. He might only have one more left, and if he gets knocked over, that'll be done. there goes his 2 medium lasers and LRM-10. He's now just stuck with that AC-5.
Awaiting orders.
That is fantastic news for us. So let's bring...
Standing by.
Yeah, let's quickly sprint Rannick as far as we are able.
Alright, full speed.
Try and cool him down a fraction. Alright, that's more than enough.
You have orders?
And then with our Zeus, let's go... we'll maintain moving forwards, but I think we go ahead and we drop that thing. Yeah. There is no if, buts, and or maybes. We are going to make that thing fall. Alright, and I don't even think we need to use any resolve. No. No, we don't.
Confirm.
Alright, so there's the knockdown. Well, he's still conscious. That is surprising. That is very surprising.
Orders.
Alright. Unfortunately out of range for our Marauder. Let's go... I'm thinking we go ahead and maybe take out the... Oh, actually, you know what? This quick draw, 75% on the AAC 20 as opposed to 65? Alright, maybe there's... No, there's nothing obfuscating. I guess this is the pilot ability? I don't know. Oh well, we'll take what we can get though. Let's move on up.
Coordinates received.
We'll see about taking down that first quick draw here with all those SRMs and lasers. Again, very cool, so I'm not... I could be concerned by how much damage it could do. Let's go for that headshot and see if we can take it home.
All weapons, fire.
Alright, well that was a headshot, just not with all the weapon...
Got past his armor.
Not with all the damage that we needed. Yep, there's the catapult. Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't quite move up into cover, but again I was hoping to remove some of the fire coming our way. How's it doing? 11 hit points? Yeah, that's a shame. 2 medium lasers landed, just not much else. Alright, as for our Cyclops, we're not going to be able to get those shots there. Let's maybe target... No, maybe we target this quick draw with a precision strike. See if we can remove him from the field. I think that's going to be the safest way to play this. Let's see. 75s. That's as good as we could get, I think. Yes, decent evasion. Decent line of sight against everything for future rounds. Still get the benefit of the water. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's move up. Precision strike. Quick draw. Let's see if we can take you down. Full salvo. Let's maximize our chances of this guy getting taken out.
All weapons committed.
Alright, well, it was worth a shot.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Okay, well... Some stray shots missing the Annihilator at least. We will see. Yeah, that thing's moving up close.
Yes, Commander.
Let's get our Annihilator back into cover. I think that's the wisest decision. We'll pick up that little bit of evasion. Yeah, we're going to take out that dragon. We've still got plenty of ammo. We've got 5 rounds remaining.
Roger.
Let's take the best shot we've got. 16% is solid. If not, there's a very good chance we can take this guy down. Yeah, an ammo explosion would be wonderful, but again, we're going to go for the headshot. We'll see if we can salvage more than less of this mech.
Copy that.
Alright, CT down. Alright, well...
One less target.
You gotta go with what you got. That will do. At least we're not going to be taking more damage. Cheese Goblin. Let's go... where do we want to go? I think we go ahead and move into cover back over here. That quick draw there has a bit of stability damage. Could possibly take out that torso as well. Yeah, I think that's where we'll go. We'll drop the medium lasers.
Be there in a jiff.
I don't think those are going to be too helpful right now. Yeah, we'll just try and do some stability damage, take out some of its weaponry, some of its ammo. Alright, so that's at least one more injury.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Alright, and now... Ooh, what's he doing? Melee. Okay. Trying to kick the Annihilator in the shins.
I'm showing minor damage. Give him everything you've got.
Alright then.
Commander.
As you so desire. Let's go ahead and move on into the cover. I think we'll go ahead and... what do we do? It's one or the other. You know what? Let's move over here. And I think we'll target this quick draw that's less hurt. Yeah, there's a good chance we're just going to call that quick draw anyway, so we might as well try and save the remnants. Oh, sorry, save as much as possible. Also prevent maybe a shot in the back would be ideal. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll take that shot.
Blocking in. All weapons.
Oh, and that AC-20 right on point. That's what we wanted. Alright, very good. Alright, Catapult's having a turn at taking some shots. That's
Losing armor.
A-okay. We are fine. I believe this Annihilator
Receiving you.
might just try and level that mech that's ahead of us. Let's go ahead and 70s and 75s. Let's see, he's already got some stability damage. We only need one to the center torso and he's cooked. One to the head and he's cooked. One to the leg and he's cooked.
Giving him everything. Let's target neutralized.
Yeah, see, that's what happens when someone kicks you in the shin and they're bigger than you. They don't like it. Alright, well, let's move our Cyclops across. We're going to go ahead and see what kind of trouble we can cause this catapult. Nothing too crazy here, just some LRMs.
Engaging target.
But yeah, this catapult is very much not long for the world.
Yes, Commander.
Our Zeus. Oh, the Zeus still needs to have a turn as well. Okay, well, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll pick up the cooling.
Moving out.
Again, trying to salvage as much in the way of weaponry and whatnot, so we will just fire the LRMs. We want to knock this thing down. Even got a head hit. That is fantastic news.
Good to go.
Alright, well then, you know what? Let's not waste any time or effort. Let's move up to point blank range and we'll see if we can annihilate this thing. AC-20 will knock it over one way or the other. Let's go. Oh. Well, there's the dropship. We're going to get in and out quick. Fantastic. Well, with that sorted, there's not much else that really needs to be done. Let's just walk that Annihilator in, and that will be all she wrote.
I understand.
There we go.
Heading out.
Mission success. The factory is under control, Commander. The and Marek forces are setting up defenses. Good work.
Mission successful.
And the best thing is we didn't destroy too much of the facility. Yes, there, of course, those walls did take a bit of a beating, but such is the life that defenses lead in this world. Alright, so I guess we're now going to get to take our pick of our salvage. We also got an extra 30% for destroying the enemy force, bringing us up to 144,000 C-bills. Nothing too bad as far as our mechs are concerned. Did take a very heavy beating on that Annihilator, but again, we were in a very good position. It wasn't the end of the world. Wasn't too concerned. Let's see. As for salvage, let's find the heaviest. A Zeus. Yes, we shall take a Zeus. And then... AC-5? LRM-15 with extra damage. That's a lot of medium lasers. Gyro for hit defense. Huh. That could actually be worth quite a bit. Maybe we take that. That seems ideal. And then... my goodness, that's a lot of heat sinks and jump jets. Yep. Oh, a rangefinder. Ooh, a TTS for missiles? You know, I dare say maybe we throw that on the Archer. That could be phenomenal for us. You know what? We're going to take it. Yeah, we're taking that. That's what we're going for. Alright, so they gave us part of a catapult, part of a dragon. They've finished our Griffin. We have our Zeus. We got the fancy AC5 and yeah, some heat sinks, jump jets, and whatever else. But you know what? Not terrible. That is not too bad. And very rarely do we see some of that, some of those equipment being left on things. So I'm glad we kind of found that. That would have cost us an arm and a leg to go ahead and purchase. Obviously, the mechs are pretty good as well, as we can either resale them or they can contribute towards our score. But I really think that, yeah, boosting up with that TTS could be really nice for that archer. That would be a phenomenal mech, especially too if we can get more.
That mech you wanted is back on. That mech
Yeah,
is ready
get more
to
missiles
fight,
on.
Commander.
More warheads on foreheads, as they say, is probably not a bad way to do it, and that'll certainly help. So let's throw the Griffin into storage. That's all well and good, and I think that that's where we're going to call things for today. Yeah, we have one more contract here, or maybe even two. We'll see how it all goes, but we will see what awaits us in the next one. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.